Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and beautiful today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy and Thomas cry over tragedy. Luna pushes Poppy to fight back. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, November 14 reveal that Ridge Forrester will realize it's time to break some heartbreaking news to Steffy Forrester and Thomas Forrester. With Brooke Logan by his side at Forrester Creations, Ridge will give Thomas and Steffy updates on Eric Forrester's terminal illness. Of course, Steffy will want to see her granddad and offer comfort, but Ridge will point out that Eric doesn't want anyone to know what he's up against. Thomas will also be distraught as he struggles to wrap his head around Eric's brewing grim fate. It'll be hard for Thomas to indeed accept that it's passing, but Ridge will contend the croakers, say nothing differently can be done. There'll be plenitude of gashes and leverages as Ridge, Thomas, and Steffy try to figure out where to go from then. The stylish thing they can each do it try to make Eric's final months as fulfilling as possible, but they'll need a moment to deal with the sadness of it all first. Coming on Tuesday's B&B occasion, Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park will fill Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, in on her battle with Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, and how her family refuses to allow any stopgap for timber amends. Lee's holding a grudge over Poppy's affair with the wedded principal surgeon since that nearly collapsed Lee's career, but she's also upset over Poppy being suitable to bear her own child. There's a certain position of resentment since Lee doesn't have a son to partake a blunt tie with. Of course, that isn't Poppy's fault, and clearly isn't commodity she should be criticized for. Luna won't suppose there's any reason for Lee's horrible treatment of Poppy or herself for that matter. Now that Luna has stood up to Lee, she'll push her mama to stand up to Lee too, and maybe stick around Los Angeles as long as she wants to. There's no reason why Lee should be suitable to mandate Poppy and Luna's opinions, so Luna will be done putting up with her bossiness. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Lee and Poppy's conflict will get worse before it gets better, so don't miss all the hostility ahead. Lee reveals real secret. Liam predicts love story not over. The bold and the beautiful spoilers recap for Monday, November 13, reveals that Liam Spencer told Steffy Forrester about the love that was still between them and joked about demanding a cold shower. Liam felt that Steffy was delaying the ineluctable and pushed Steffy to leave John Finn Finnegan so she could come back to him rather. As long as Steffy was with Finn, she'd be tied to Sheila Carter. Kimberlyn Brown, too. Liam prompted Steffy to cut the cord now and talked about how great they used to be together. After Liam said he allowed, they could be indeed better than ahead, Steffy admitted they had some good times and made a remarkable little girl. Still, Steffy refused to give up on her marriage because of Sheila. Although Steffy said she loved Liam and always would, she was committed to her family and her hubby. Steffy verified that she wasn't going to leave Finn for anyone, including Liam. Once Liam said he was sorry to hear that, he refocused out that he wasn't giving up. Liam felt their story had slightly begun and said they were going to find a way back to each other. Steffy scowled a bit over Liam's determination. After Finn summoned Deacon Sharp to his office, Deacon spoke on Sheila's behalf and said she was willing to earn a place in Finn's life. Of course, Finn claimed he didn't want to hear some Sheila deals pitch. The only reason Finn asked Deacon to come there was to let him know that Sheila would no way be in his life or be part of his family. Finn refused to risk losing Steffy, especially over Sheila. At Spencer Publications, Liam smiled at a picture of Steffy and talked about how she'd come back to him. Once that happened, Liam pledged to no way let Steffy go again. Meanwhile, Finn came home early since he'd a lot of catching up to do with Steffy. As they prepared to take effects to the bedroom, Finn assured Steffy that she was the stylish part of his life and that no one would ever keep them piecemeal. At Forrester Creations on Monday's B&B occasion, Luna Nozawa gave RJ Forrester more support as he bothered about Eric Forrester. Luna also gave RJ updates on Poppy Nozawa's unanticipated appearance and how she wished she didn't feel so caught in the middle of her mama's drama with Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda. In the design office, Lee claimed that she wanted Poppy's son out of Forrester Creations' moment. Poppy didn't suppose Luna should be criticized over their problems, but Lee felt Luna was just like her mama. Poppy refocused out that she didn't know the principal surgeon was married and expressed remorse over how her conduct affected Lee's career. Lai angrily asked why Poppy was so happy all the time, so Poppy talked about being happy with not having a lot. Plutocrat and success weren't everything to Poppy, so Lee wondered if her family was belittling her accomplishments. Poppy was proud of Lai, but she also asked if all those accomplishments were worth it if they didn't bring Lee joy. When Poppy asked if Lai was happy, Lai started raving about Jack Finnegan's affair and all the falsehoods he told. Poppy allowed. The tableware filling was that Jack's affair with Sheila produced Finn, but Lee fumed over all the horrors Sheila had foisted. Lai also raised her outrage over Luna ending up at Forrester Creations, but Poppy argued that it wasn't some grand conspiracy and that Luna would no way do anything to sabotage Finn. Nonetheless, Lee refocused out that Luna was raised by Poppy, so she felt that made her bastard selfish. Poppy said it wasn't fair to hold Luna responsible and that she didn't mean for Lai to get caught in the fallout of her old affair with the principal surgeon. After Lai went on a diatribe about Poppy always making musketeers and being the precious one, she said it was so illegal. Poppy asked what Lee meant, so Lee blurted out that Poppy was suitable to carry a child. Lai couldn't do the same, so Poppy asked if that's why her family had always been so frenetic at her. After Lai snapped at Poppy to save her pity, Poppy refocused out that Lai had Finn. Lai said that wasn't the same since Poppy carried a child in the womb, her own meat and blood. Finn participated that connection with Sheila while Lai didn't have it at all. Lai couldn't bring a child into the world and was upset over Poppy being suitable to do it so painlessly. When Poppy tried to clinch her family, Lai rejected it and got back to the content of refusing to let Luna intrude in Finn's life. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say further news from Lee and Poppy's history will ultimately bubble up to the face, so stay tuned. Thomas struggles to make sense of Eric's impending death. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease Thomas Forrester will struggle to make sense of Eric Forrester's impending death. He and his family Steffy Forrester Finnegan are told at the same time by Ridge Forrester, and they are both blindsided and shocked. The bold and the beautiful spoilers why. Thomas, in shock, has one question. Why? Of course he realizes no bone lives ever, but why does his forefather, who's similar of force, suddenly have a many months to live? Steffy starts to cry at the news and Thomas struggles with the reality, although it clearly explains why Eric was calling this Coacher line his grand homestretch. Ridge stresses that Eric doesn't know that they know he wanted it kept secret because he didn't want any pity. Also to be kept secret from Eric is that Ridge really won the showdown, but he gave it to his pater, out of respect and also out of grief. He just learned the terrible news himself, with R.J. Forrester having not been suitable to hold it in any longer, telling Ridge and Brooke Logan. B&B spoilers. Thomas Forrester understands Thomas does understand late judgments and confusing bones, because when he had that brain aneurysm he ignored the symptoms. He too could have failed if Hope Logan hadn't set up him and gotten him to the sanitarium. Luckily it wasn't too late and John Finnegan was suitable to diagnose and operate snappily, but understanding that Eric too may have ignored symptoms and pushed onward doesn't help the grief and pain. It's unknown if he had been diagnosed before it would have made any difference. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Thomas struggles to make sense of Eric's impending death. End of an period. It truly will be the end of an period when the Forrester primogenitor does die, and Thomas will continue to struggle with the study of losing him, as all the Forresters will. Ridge doesn't get gashes in his eyes frequently, but he did when he told Steffy and Thomas their forefather is dying, and they wonder how they'll tell their kiddies. Ultimately, they will have to know, or they'll be faced with unforeseen grief and loss they aren't awaiting and may not be prepared to deal with. Thomas and Douglas Forrester spent quite a bit of time at the Forrester manse when they lived there, and Douglas got close to Eric. Thomas isn't sure how he'll explain what's passing.